Alrighty, hi everybody, welcome to Kettle Kitchen. This is Tony, and today we're going to do an easy comfort food. We're going to be making homemade chicken pot pie and homemade beef pot pie. So this is one of the easiest crust recipes I've found. So I'm going to go ahead and what I have here is 2 cups of flour. Because I'm doing a sweeter, savory one, I got 4 tablespoons of sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to add those in. And then I have, let me grab this, 6 tablespoons of cubed cold butter. And 6 tablespoons of cold shortening. And you can use the butter flavored in this as well. And then we're going to pulse this for about 2 to 3 minutes, probably 3 minutes. And when I'm done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So what you're looking for after this is done pulsing is the pea size granules. And you'll see those are very small. So that's what we're looking for. So now I'm going to turn this on. Whoops. And I'm going to add 1/3 cup of cold water to this. And then when it starts to pull away from it is when I'm going to take it out. You'll see. See it? It's moving around in a ball. That's when you want to take it off. Take the blade off. And show you. Okay. And then I just, any left over it, I just scrape it up and move it into it. Whoops. And then I'm going to shape it into a ball. Okay. Get some saran wrap, or plastic wrap, or cling film, whatever term you use. Okay. And then I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Whoops. Try to make sure it wraps up all the way here. And it will refrigerate for about 40 minutes to an hour. And then I'm going to do the next one. And then when it's done refrigerating, we'll come back and we'll go to the next step. Okay. So this has been in the refrigerator for about an hour. Still a little tacky, so be aware of it. So I grabbed some flour. Sorry, didn't mean to move ya. A little flour out. So I'm going to put some on the top. And always make sure to flour your rolling pin too. Okay. And here it's going to be soft, so you're going to have to play with it, but you want to get it in the circle. Okay. So I went in and grabbed my pastry knife. That way I can get under this, because I can tell it's sticking. So you just got to constantly be cautious of that. Okay, so again, because it's soft, you're going to want to probably do it a little more than I did. But you're just trying to get it out as big of a shape as you can. So the thing you got to remember with this is that this makes one deep dish crust. Here's the dish I'm using. You can see it's deep dish. Really nice. I like these. So I'm going to go roughly an inch around. Because I got to be able to slip it into the edges. Looks like about enough for what I'll need. I'm going to lift that up, doing what it's supposed to. So what I do is I'll run my finger over the edge to get this excess off. And again, as you go, just fix whatever holes you have. Because once it cooks, it'll be fine. But it's not anything to stress about. I mean, you just got to remember that you got to do it. That's the biggest thing. And some people get freaked out by that part. And then make sure that you have no bubbles in it. Okay. So it's not going to be perfect, but it'll look better than it did. So, and once it freezes, because we're going to let this freeze for an hour, it will harden up. And my family doesn't mind the thicker crust in spots because they like this crust. So okay, it's not perfect, but it gets us where we're going. So that's one. And then now I'm going to do the top part. So it's done and it can be freezing as well. So just take my scraps. Knead them per se. I guess it's not really kneading, but that's basically what I'm doing. Okay. See, and the good part is right now, look, now it's rolling around like it should. So it works sometimes, it doesn't. I just don't let it bug me. And unfortunately, when a lot of people are doing baking, they get frazzled really easy. And I think usually there's a fix. I could see where in some cases there isn't, but this is not one of them. Okay. So now I'm just going to unfold it. And bring it back into here. Okay. So there's that one. I'm doing 3 cups of water in each pan. Again, remember I'm doing 2 different recipes, but I'm theoretically going to have the same stuff in it. So what I'm going to do is for the chicken one, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of better than bouillon, the liquid kind of paste bouillon. And then in the beef one, I'm going to do 2. Actually, I'm going to do 3 in that because I want more of a beef flavor, and I'll do the same to the chicken, more of a chicken flavor. I'm going to go ahead and get these on so they can get going. And then What I'm going to add to both of them is going to be the Better Bouillon roasted garlic base. And I'm going to do 1 teaspoon in each so I get a garlic flavor in there as well. I'm going to add garlic, but I want it in the base itself. So we'll go ahead and get that going. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of minced garlic and a teaspoon of chopped onion, dried, to each. And then bring it to a boil. And then I can add my other stuff into it. Okay, these are starting to come up to a boil. So I'm just going to stir them around and then I'll taste them. Again, one thing you want to be careful about, you don't want to add a lot of salt to it because your crust is going to have a salt. But at the same token, you want it to have a nice strong flavor. So this is kind of just a base. If you want to add more, you're more than welcome to. That's good. Different spoon. Yep, those are good. So we'll go ahead and move forward with those. So I've just done a cornstarch slurry, 3 tablespoons. Just trying to make it so it's thick and holds, but I'm not trying to make it super nothing can move kind of. You understand what I'm saying? And same thing with the chicken. Okay, and look at that. So you see, that's good. That's what we're looking for. So now I can take that one off the heat. Let me rinse this off real quick. And then we'll get the chicken one moving. This one didn't thicken up as much, so I think I'm going to have to add a little more. So that's what I'll do. And the thing with cornstarch is how it reacts and how it does what it needs to is the cold from the cornstarch slurry is heated up by the boiling of the liquid you're pouring it into, and that's what creates the gravy and the thickener. So, okay, so I just did 1 tablespoon more. Oh, yeah, and that's what we're looking for. So we'll go ahead and turn that off, move that off over here. And give me just a second and I'll show you what we do next. All right, so here we go. Again, I'm making a chicken and a beef pot pie. So I'm using canned chicken, canned roast beef. The chicken is in 12 and a half ounce cans, and there's 2 of them in this container. And the roast beef is 12 ounce cans, and there's 3 of them in here to even out the amount of meat I'm putting in. And then I got, for each one of them, I got a 15 ounce can of diced potatoes, 15 ounce can of veg-all, and a 14 and a half ounce can of corn. Again, you can do this with home canned. You can do it with fresh stuff. You can do it with whatever. The only thing I would watch out for is if you do it with fresh vegetables, you want to cook them down so they're a little soft, so they have time to soften up while they're baking. So with the chicken, I'm just going to add it in. Can of potatoes. I've already drained all the vegetables. Okay, and then we're just going to mix it together. And this will be the filling for the chicken pot pie. Okay, as with the chicken, we'll go ahead and mix all these together. just making sure it all gets coated by the gravy. And then like I did with the other one, I'll taste it for seasoning. And there we go. And then we'll wait for the crust on this as well, and I'll get the area cleaned up and we'll be ready for that. Fill these up now. Okay, so oh, broke it right in half. So we're going to do it that way. Okay. So this is just an egg wash. And don't worry about it breaking or falling apart, because that will happen. I won't put any vent holes because those are in there like that. As you see, these will start to come off. And then I just discard those. So I'll put this over. And then these will go in the oven for 350 degrees for about an hour. And we'll see where they're at when they're done. Alrighty, so they got done. They came out. They were in for an hour and 10 minutes, I believe. So I will cut them up and show you what they look like inside. So part of the issue when you do these is you have to look at, is it going to set up or is it not? So let's find out. The crust is nice and flaky. Looks like it has some juice to it still. And there you go. So this is the beef one, and I'll let you know what it's like. It's got a good flavor. The crust is right. A little sweet, just so you know. It has savory notes in it. Nice and flaky. So this is good. So remember, you can do these. These are easy. They're not hard to do. A little bit of time. We'll see you on the next one. We thank you for stopping by Kettle Kitchen. If you like what you see, remember to hit the thumbs up. And don't forget to share. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe and check the all reminder bell so you can be notified when a new video comes out. We would love to have you leave a comment, so please do so and we'll return to your comment as soon as we can. Here's a video I think you might like, and thank you again and have a great day.